think we're live. Hey, you guys.
Hello, hello.
Hey, you guys.
Now I
What was
have
that?
some weird
What was that? The
tone
Goonies?
noise going on.
Was that the Goonies? Hey, you
Oh,
guys.
I
Wasn't that
gotta
the
turn
Goonies?
off. There you go.
What is? Okay, there you go. I can hear you. Can you hear me? Can you hear
Yes,
me?
I can hear you.
All right.
Hey, if you're there, leave us a comment. Say hi. Let us know.
It says we're
Right?
live,
We're
but,
live.
but
And
sometimes
we
it
are.
takes a few minutes for stuff to start coming
Yeah.
on. So it's race week. It's race week, and
Hey, hey, there's Joe Oakley, Boosted Third Gen Racing.
Kelly's in Washington D.C. and it's race week. What are you doing?
I'm here with a client. And then I will be leaving here tomorrow around noon. Get home, takes about 5 hours to drive. Hopefully get some sleep and then head to Turbo John's backwards brawl.
That's gonna be awesome. I can't
I know.
wait.
Oh gosh, we got a ton jumping on caution lap. Hey,
Oh, there
Andrew,
you go.
Netherlands, Ken's
Oh yeah, I'll
here.
let him just pop through.
You can
What's
see
up,
anybody
guys?
anyone who's highlighted and has the little icon. I guess they just have the little icon on no, they are highlighted on mine. Our members, normally this is a members only live that John does every Wednesday night. $4.99 a month. Join by hitting that join button down below the video. But tonight, because we got the big race cup this weekend, we decided to open it up to everybody, which we do. I don't know what, a couple times a year we'll open up these Wednesday nights to everybody.
Yeah, we do it. We do it a few times a year. It's always fun. I miss a bunch of tech questions. So our Wednesday night thing is kind of designed to talk about other people's setup stuff and just BSing behind the screen. Just bench racing. Try to give you my unprofessional opinion on what I think might be happening. A lot of times it might be correct. Sometimes it might not be correct. But we have fun anyway. So every Wednesday night, we haven't missed any. So that's been pretty good. So we've always had fun. Oh, I just saw banana pudding. Michael said something about banana pudding.
Hey, S10 Issues. S10 Issues is a member. Blaine 5700 calling out all the members.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
what's up?
somebody said go get home and make some banana pudding. I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna have some banana pudding. If you're lucky, you might get some this weekend.
Oh yeah, I can see them too now. Okay, the ones that are in green on my computer are our normal member guys.
There are member guys, yeah.
Okay, I got you.
Hey,
I saw.
Hal wants to know how many small tires are you expecting this weekend, John?
I'm hoping we're going to have about 40 or 50 or maybe 60. I mean, that might be. We haven't had a lot of people call and want their money back for lock-in stuff or want to put it into another race. So I mean, we postponed it now 3 times, and some of the people, if they couldn't make it, Wes has not had a lot of people contact them. So I think we had 40 or 45 or 50 that were saying they were coming, and I've had some actual man. I've had some big name guys hit me up, and they're not on the lock-in list, but they were saying they were coming, and if they could get everything together, and pretty big name folks, and so I'm excited to see them, come, and it's one of those things. I always like, you see some people, they're like, hey man, we're gonna blast everybody that's coming, and I get it. That's one thing to when you show people are coming, and it draws some spectators and some crowd. But then sometimes if you got some hitters coming, it might keep some racers away, because I mean it is a pretty steep buy-in. Wes wanted to do a bigger race to where we could have a big pot, and so $500 is, you got to be pretty confident in your game to come win, and of course, or to come get in the money. We're paying back 4 spots. Man, we should have sent Wes a message and seen if he wanted to hop on too. I didn't even
You want
think
me to
about
do
that.
that?
Yeah, send him a message and see if he wants to hop on with us.
So Brandon's on down there at the bottom.
Okay. Oh yeah, I see
If you
him.
want to bring him in.
But we had on the let me talk to Wes and see if Wes can hop on real fast. I know it's last minute. Man, I didn't even think about that. Which this was last minute, kind of planning to go live too. You send
Yeah,
him a message.
I'll send him a message. I'm doing it right now.
Okay, I'm gonna send him a text message.
Okay, I'll send him the link on Facebook.
Okay.
Here, let me bring Brandon in. Hey, Brandon. I caught him. Look at his cup. Oh, Brandon. Right. He was going to try to sneak that in. How you doing?
Good. How are you?
Doing good. So the weather, someone asked about the weather. The weather is looking pretty good. I just pulled it up, the latest. My weather app says 0% chance of precipitation.
It's going to be cold. It is going to be cold.
It is a high of 41, low 27.
It's going to be chilly. So let me y'all know Brandon. He comes to the track with us a lot. Randy, normally our normal crew here that hops on Wednesday nights is me, Brandon, and Randy. Pro Mod Randy hops on, and he's usually, we're talking about my car, his car, kind of what we're planning to do, what our goals and aspirations are. Sometimes it's really a good. Well, it's always fun. Kelly's always like, Wes just said, "I'm naked and in bed, but if you give me a few, I can." I don't know if I was supposed to say that or not.
Probably not.
He got to go get on some clothes. He's been working hard they've been working on a big track dryer and getting everything going. Man, I think we're going to it's going to be awesome. Let me pull up. I'm going to show you on my screen. Let's look at the unofficial. Then went Chase. Chase just got through eating. So I'm going to share my screen and let's see here. So Zillow is the trusty app, right? Zillow is what I always use. And no, not Zillow. That's when we were looking for our house. Vinci Sky. I was like, Zillow, wait a minute, that's not it. So when I go to precipitation, so we got some storms coming, of course, but it's going to blast through mostly tomorrow. But then into Friday, so Friday morning early, Kelly, this is what we're going to be driving through once we get up there. There's a chance of some snow up here. I mean, it's not much. I mean, it's just going to be a little dusting, most likely, hopefully. Turbo John's back with Brawl in the snow.
The mountains.
Yeah, that might be a little sketchy, isn't it?
Little sketchy.
Hopefully, they do a good job clearing the roads. Maybe we need to leave tomorrow as soon as you get here.
We can. I might nap in the back, but
well, that's fine. So going into Saturday, so Friday would chance of snow. Going into Saturday morning, this stuff is going to be kicking on through, just lingering, a little bit here and there. We're planning on doing drivers meeting around 10 o'clock, 10 to 11, cruise at about 11:30 for the streetcar class. And then we're hoping Highway Hero is going to go first as soon as they get back from the cruise. And so we're hoping that'll kick off at 12 and then small tire. So you can see, I mean, it's gone and, a little bit of lingering stuff around lunchtime, possibly. But then this is what we've been looking for, that high pressure setting in there. And so that's going to keep us to where we are in really decent shape. Somebody asked a minute ago about people doing live. G2K will be live. I think Willie said he's coming, Stage Lane Productions.
Yeah, I was just trying to check. I think I saw Willie say that.
So Willie said he's coming. He's planning on going live if he can. Corey Stamper and those guys from Spool Media will be there. I don't know if they do much live, but they'll have some real good footage of the race after the fact. And then all the way into Sunday is good. We got a holiday weekend, so there's a lot of people that are off work on Monday. So if we, have some delays or anything, I mean, we can run as late Saturday night as we want to, and then possibly even into Sunday. But I don't think we're going to have any issues. I think we're going to be in good shape from what it seems like. So that's what we're doing. We are not canceling it. We're making the drive, and it's going to be a blast, man. I can't wait. It's going to be so fun. Let me see. Let me see how many people are actually locked in. And we got it on the Facebook page. Wes had it up there. Like I said, there's been a few people that want to not going to be able to make it because it's the third one, but there's not been a lot. We have 49 people actually lock in, and I bet I've had probably 10 people contact me and say they were coming. as long as everything worked out good for them. There's a couple people putting their cars back together. I mean, it's very, very early in the season. I mean, honestly, January the 14th. Our car is ready. We're ready to go for the most part.
There's a season.
Do what?
There's a season.
No, yeah, winter. There's Wes.
No season.
Wes, you got on clothes?
What's up? I got on clothes, man. You didn't tell everybody I was naked laying in bed, did you?
I might have.
Or did I just spill the beans?
we know. So now we know if you break into Wes's house, you're going to see the beans. You're going to see the Franken beans.
Right, you break into my house, she'll turn over.
Oh, wait. Hold on.
What's up, guys?
No, we just decided to go live tonight for everybody on YouTube instead of our normal people that we normally just have, just our members only. And we're talking about the race. I know you've been busting butt out there, working on a dryer, getting everything ready to go. You making some big changes to the track too, aren't you?
Yeah, man. We've got you will have to kind of forgive the mess. A lot of you when you come in this weekend up near the tower, we've got stuff roped off, construction zone. We're putting in all new bleachers and getting ready for concrete and a bunch of stuff. So we've got some stuff, certain areas blocked off where we don't want nobody stepping a hole or anything like that. You know what I mean?
Right.
But yeah, we got a lot of stuff going on, and we're pumped up about this weekend, ready to rock and roll.
And eventually, you're going to get bleachers down on the big end too, right?
Yes, sir. That is right. We traveled to Missouri. We've made 2 trips so far. We got one more to make to get the rest of them. We're putting up 2 new sets of aluminum bleachers on the track side, and then also going to set up a set of aluminum bleachers at the bottom side too, or back side. So that's coming. That'll probably be later next year, if not the following season, before we get the groundwork and everything done down there. So,
right. That'll be awesome when you get that done. I mean, get some seating down there. But yeah, I mean, but it is what it is. I mean, what it is mostly now, I mean, almost all back of the track stuff is, you're standing beside the guardrail and you're close to the action. And, that's a thrill in itself too, standing there trying to get video and pictures. Billy is not run yet.
I was gonna say.
Billy coming?
I don't know. I hadn't talked to him. I don't know if he's going to make it or not. Tommy, he jacked up his leg, and I saw on Facebook that his mom posted that he was going to have surgery like tomorrow. So he tore his ACL and so yeah, he messed it up bad. Like he went to the doctor, and the doctor was like, "We need to operate now, like tomorrow."
Billy Hoskinson?
Tommy.
Oh, brother.
Yeah. So I would expect them probably not to be making it since, Tommy is, big on filming or driving. I mean, I know they went to New Orleans last week and, they had some good footage down there. The Falcon was absolutely flying. So, that's one of those things. One of the guys that hit me up, he's been in the media world here recently. Stephen Little with Kraken. He sent me a message and said that he's possibly going to try to make it. It's a long ride for them, though, but he's got a fast hot rod. Oh, crap, I missed his live. Did anybody see his live? I saw he was supposed to go live and share his draggy time for what he went down there at New Orleans. I didn't see it. I'm going to have to go see if I can check that out. But, Wes, I think we're going to be okay in the weather this time, other than a little bit of snow on possibly Friday.
It is. It's looking good. There's rain moving in tomorrow. I'm sorry, I'm standing up. I get to talk and the camera gets a little closer than. Anyway, rain's supposed to move in tomorrow. Pretty much 80% chance of rain tomorrow. It's supposed to move out early Friday morning, and we're going to have the track dry Friday just to be on the safe side. It is going to be cool. We've been telling people, hey, if you got a fire pit at home, you want to bring it, load of wood, bring it.
Nice.
So we're going to have a few fire barrels going up near the starting line to keep some of the employees and stuff warm. It is going to be cool. But, hey, January, we doing it, buddy. The Turbo John backwards Brawl, we're ready to get it on.
That's what it's funny, man. When we did the race last year, no, I guess it was technically a year before that now, when you were the track manager at Crossville for the $250,000 race. It was cold. I mean,
it was cold.
I don't know if it's going to be quite that cold as it was in Crossville.
No, I don't think it's going to be. Crossville's up on a plateau also, so you just about all the time you've got a steady wind up there.
Oh, is it?
That
right.
makes it that much worse. Hopefully it won't be a windy day Saturday. It is supposed to be bright and sunshiny. So,
but But it's funny, man. I mean, no prep racing it don't matter as long as the road is not wet. They'll freaking race. And then even like at New Orleans, it was foggy as all get out. They were still a couple of them that wanted to race in the fog. I mean, which the fog wasn't making it down on the track. Adam Ford, who is the official flagger? We still got Destry Turner. He's going to flag for us. So I know we originally tried to get BJ to do it, but our schedule and timing and stuff didn't work out. So we got Destry, which he does a great job. He's consistent. He's like BJ. I mean, they don't care who wins. They don't give two craps about who the winner is. It's just being consistent. Which Wes has got a tire crack cam guy as well, and we've got a top end camera, of course, that can get the close races. Called. I think you're going to have
two cameras. We'll have two cameras on the end,
and then there'll be a drone guy up there most of the time too. I don't know if he catches everything. We lost Wes.
He'll be back.
But yeah, it's gonna be awesome, man. It's gonna be a good time. We're gonna have a blast. I've fought some stuff. Oh, El Clapo is back.
Sorry, what happened there?
So you got two cameras on the big end. Is our guy with the drone coming too to get some footage?
He will not be there this weekend. However, he does Little League. He'd already committed to some Little League sports photography stuff. We're gonna have two cameras. We got one on one side of the track, one on the other, and one of them's elevated looking down.
Nice.
So we're gonna put a guy up on scaffolding.
Sweet.
So, should be good there in tire crack cam. We've got plenty of people to. I've got like 3 guys that's going to be prepared to stage cars and make that happen. So we should have plenty of help. Guys, I do want to, if you don't mind, take just a second and go over everything. Of course, we're in the wet part of the season up here, and most drag strips are flat lying areas. So we do have some places down where people normally move up, back up to the track against the concrete walls. What's up, Randy?
Hey, how y'all doing?
Randy.
Hey, go ahead, Wes.
And with more rain expected Thursday, we're going to let people walk down there and set up chairs all along the track. But as far as pulling down there in that bottom end, we're not going to allow people to park down there. We do have some spectator parking marked off on the other side of the pit road. So we'll get everybody down there. We're just not going to be able to pull your cars right up to the track or your trucks. So
we don't want to turn it into a mud bog where people are getting stuck. And
I'm telling you, so as long as the track's dry, and the pits may be a little bit damp depending on how much rain we get tomorrow. But hey, the main thing is the track's dry and we get it in. So
that's right. I think we're going to be fine. I think it's going to be a good time. It's going other than the chilly, but I mean it's winter time. People are expected to be cold. These methanol cars are going to be steaming, looking like dragons coming out. You'll be able to see where everybody's exhaust pipes are. That's a whole different, feeling. I can already see problems with my GoPros because they don't like the cold weather. So we're going to try to still get some good footage, which we're going to have enough people down there. We got a $500 bounty on me. That was stupid. I shouldn't have done that.
I call hey, we like to call Turbo John out first round. So no, good try. Are we going to allow first round call outs? Just not on you?
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah. Most of the time, people. Yeah. I mean, I'm good with that. Allowing first round call outs. I mean, they can call me out all they want. I'm gonna just say no. I'm gonna just say no. I can't. It's gonna have to be the luck of the draw to get my $500 extra. But call outs first round. Now something that we are doing different that Wes has never done down there. We wanted to throw this out there as a difference for our race versus people that have raced there a ton. Is we're going to do glue burnout instead of water burnout. And so pour your own prep. So that'll make it either better or worse. I mean, I don't know which one is going to make it. I guess it's just depending on, how people get down.
Yeah. Never been you. We never done no prepping down there. So it's going to be interesting.
Right. It's going to definitely be a trip. There's G2K. He said he's going to come down. So that's awesome, Victor. It's going to be, what do you mean free money there, Caution Lap? That's them boys that wear me out on the NPK circuit. I don't know if they've done. I don't know if they've done too much back of the track stuff. Glenn, y'all gonna have to come out to some of the back of the track. We're gonna have to see how that old look. We still got his duct tape holding in my back light too, don't we?
Been there, done.
Here, duct tape. I told him that was fixed. That was in Virginia, like this. What, in March? They gave me a little piece of duct tape. My light was coming out, and I was like, "Well, that's fixed permanently now." So we're good. But yeah, it's gonna be, man, it's gonna be awesome. I'm excited. I've had issues with my motorhome. I had 2 flat tires and batteries went bad in the freaking starting for the motorhome. So I think everything's good. But tomorrow we're going to start heading that way tomorrow night or either early Friday morning. Gates are opening Friday about 5 o'clock. If anybody wants to get in there and park.
Yeah, and we'll keep the gates open at least till midnight. And I'm working on trying to get somebody to be there overnight for people.
Right.
I mean, we got a pretty good area for people to park up the road or up the drive and the entrance and stuff, but not sure, not guaranteed on that yet. I mean, we don't want people to have to say it, but I'm trying to find somebody trustworthy enough to put up there and let people come in and stuff like that. We're seeing. I was going to do it myself, and thought like a 24-hour deal.
Yeah, that's a little rough.
But we'll get it figured out. But we will get you in. We will be there first thing Saturday morning, of course, getting everybody in and get ready to rock and roll.
And everybody that's coming that's never been to Knoxville, a lot of people have been there, but the people that have not been, make sure you look at your GPS directions on satellite, because the entrance to the track on the road, if you go in the wrong way, it's a very steep back turn. It's going to be hard to make it.
And if by chance you do mess up and come in the wrong way, instead of trying to make the turn, go on out the road. There's a parking lot out there. It runs in the way, but there's a parking lot. You can turn around and come back in. It's a straight shot in. But
right.
If you do by chance, it does happen. I don't know why the GPS does that, because most people come from Knoxville, drive right by the first entrance. So don't know why it does that sometimes.
Yeah. It's gonna be a great time, man. Hopefully everybody can make it. It's gonna be bring your chapstick and your Blistex, so that if it is a little bit windy, that cold air don't get you all frazzled where you can't talk in a day or two.
Yeah.
I say that I'm gonna forget mine. I'm gonna forget my Carmex for sure. I promise you, my lips are all gonna be all puffed up and cracked. They ain't gonna be able to talk. It's gonna be hurting.
I got you covered, babe.
Oh, Kelly's got me covered.
You already got on top of that, Kelly.
Hey, G2K Racing said, "Are we doing frontside on Friday?"
No, we were going to try and do that, and I apologize, guys, but we've got all the construction stuff going on, and right where that is at is where everybody would want to stand and watch.
Right.
And we've already boards and grade stakes and stuff like that put into place, and just don't want nobody stepping on that or anybody getting hurt. So we just and plus the cold temperatures. I know it's no prep, but you know how it is. If it's got rubber and stuff on it, when it's cold, it's slick. I mean, it's real slick. So
that's right. And you are on Saturday. You are going to prep the front side for the shutdown, so that we can. So it's not like a little ice puck, as Adam Hodson called it. He's like, it turns into a hockey puck out there.
Yeah, we will. We will have that ready to go and make sure that's safe and everything like that. Sorry, kind of dealing with the crud here, guys.
Yeah,
good to go.
Yeah, it's going to be excellent. Poppy and them boys said they were planning to come, but they hurt the motor. Oh man, that sucks. I love racing with Poppy. That little thing is freaking flying.
Well, come on and watch.
Yeah, that's a long drive for them.
Joe asked it how's the cold is it going to be? Not as cold as where Joe's at. Joe's in Alaska.
I think the high's like 40. I think 43, 44. I think. I think when you get into the wee hours of the morning, I think the low's like 28 or 29. So we should be most of the day in the 40s and 30s. Hopefully, we get everything in quick and ready to rock and roll. We're going to be prepared. Which we'll go over in the drivers' meeting stuff, the way we're going to do the chip draw and try and keep that going and make that a speedy process. It's pretty fair in the way we do everything, and you guys will go over that, but we're going to get it and keep it moving. That way we don't have to wait on 20 different people to get down there. We'll explain that and see how it's done. So
because y'all do your own system, so everybody, you don't have to do chip draws. Everybody doesn't. You make it happen so the chip draw is fair. You draw for everybody, right?
yes, we do.
Right.
Everybody will have a number. They will be assigned that number at the beginning. That will be your chip number for the whole event. And when the class is done, we will get over there. I mean, you're welcome to come down. I mean, we'll probably give it 5 minutes or something like that, but we're going to go ahead and start drawing, and then we will kind of pin the pairings up, and we'll draw each and every one of them. We'll draw right lane, left lane, right lane, left lane, stuff like that. And we're not out to do anybody wrong or anything like that. Again, you're welcome to come. We've got a siren. We'll plug it up so everybody, when you hear that sound, you'll be able to hear it. You'll know we're drawing chips. So because I get it, you got to work on the card, and sometimes people get busy doing that, and they don't make the chip draw, and it just holds everything up. And we want to try.
It does, and that's what I have seen is the biggest hold up. And I a lot of times it's me because I'm having to work on my crap in between rounds, and then all of a sudden we look around and there ain't nobody around, and I'm like, oh God, somebody needs to go to the chip draw for me.
Do what?
I said most of the time you can't hear when they're announcing it.
No, that's right. It's hard being back of the track. There's no, speakers, no.
Yeah, we do turn the PA system on, and it's on in the pits. And I keep a radio on me, and I'll turn to a different channel, and it's hooked to the microphone in the tower, so we can make announcements. But you know how it is; people still don't hear it. So we got a real fair way of doing it, and there shouldn't be any problems. But that'll help in keeping the ball rolling and getting everybody in there in a timely manner, and hopefully getting the race in, before it gets too late.
Is Bill going to come? We talked to Bill. Bill asked, did his car fit the rules? It does fit the rules in the Highway Hero class. But like I said, Tommy's having knee surgery. I imagine he's going to be back with Tommy. I don't know. I hadn't talked to him. I might send him a message and ask him. But it's, I understand that completely.
Yeah, I do. I hate that. I will say this: there's some people coming that's not on the list, some people that's going to make you think, "Wow, the party."
Yeah, that's what I said earlier. And nobody didn't tell me not to say their name that they were planning on coming. And but sometimes you call out a big name and people kind of go, "Ooh," but then it's back of the track. So I mean, the hitters that are coming to back of the track, the people that are coming, they're fast, and so they're like, "Bring on whoever." So I'm excited. It's going to be fun. I just hope my turd gets out there and works okay.
You hot rod now.
Well, me and Nick are going to team up again, so that's always good. We'll share some data, and he sent me a message last night that he was coming from New York heading down. So I think he was going to try to find somewhere to test either today or tomorrow because he ain't been out since Rockingham.
No.
So so it's going to be interesting, man. It is going to be a good time.
I might be able to find him a highway.
Right.
We got those street racing gigs around here,
Right. Man, I don't know. Y'all seen? I'm gonna do a video probably next week about all the street racers, the people getting busted on their YouTube videos. Have you seen much of that?
No, buddy, I haven't.
Man, some of the they do more street pool though. It's not necessarily street racing. But they, the popos are going after them. They're like, man, you're posting it on YouTube. You're going 160 miles an hour on the interstate. I mean, how can you find
evidence?
Yeah, I mean, how can you can't exclude the popo? So it's going to be crazy, man. It is going to be insane. Oh, Glenn said he still got a court date. Oh no, he must have got busted by the popo too. It's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be a good time. We're gonna have fun regardless. Looking at when we were down there last time, I should probably try to make a hit on the backside at some point in my extended stay at Hotel Knoxville Dragway, in between the rain showers, because I have no data down there. I mean, we unloaded, we made that hit on the front side, and we didn't do nothing on the backside. Loaded it back up and went home.
Shoot from the hip.
Yeah, that's what we're going to be doing. We got the wheelie control on it. Hopefully I got that set up properly. If it's not set up properly, then it'll have like 5 degrees of time, and going down track, it'll be a turtle. Let's go.
You smart dude. You figured it out real quick.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun. Well, I hope everybody makes it. If you can't make it, I understand if it's a long ride for you. Check out some of the lives. We'll have our video stuff out too as we're going. So it's gonna be a blast.
To answer that guy's question, there's a Waffle House about 10 minutes away.
Boom, Waffle House.
Can't beat it.
I saw Milton ask a minute ago. Is he the one to ask Milton? What's up, man? He said he may come. I don't know. I hadn't heard from him in the last couple of days. He said work's been kicking his tail, so I don't know if he's gonna make it or not. Work's been on him. Got to make that money though.
That's right. Got to make that money. Hey, also don't forget, what is it? April the 8th.
Yep.
Backwards Brawl 2.0. So
I guess technically 4.0.
Yeah, no shit.
So yeah, April 8th, we're gonna do it again. And we're still working on, we hadn't released everything on that yet. I've got an idea. We're trying to make it work. And Wes has got some ideas on some gangster stuff. We gotta get through this one first. And then once we get through this one, then we can focus on the next one coming up in April.
We'll get it there. I know I'm like a fart in a whirlwind, but I swear we do. We stay covered up between banquets, and we're planning for that and this construction stuff, and just trying to get 2023 rolling for the racetrack. We got a lot going on, plus Outlaw Society, but it's good stuff. We're going to get it figured out. We'll get it there. I promise you. We got some good ideas.
Yeah, it's going to be a good time. All right, Wes. Well, I'll let you hop off and get back naked and go to bed. Appreciate you hopping on. We'll see you. We'll see you. I'll let you know. I'll call you, but we'll hopefully see you about lunchtime or a little bit after lunch on Friday.
All right, brother. Safe travels. If you need me, holler.
All right, man. Later. See you.
See you guys.
Later. All right, guys. Well, I appreciate Wes hopping on there. I know he was in bed. He's like, I'm going to sleep. We usually do this Wednesday night thing from like 9 o'clock to 10 o'clock or 9:30 to 10:30, usually about an hour. Sometimes it goes over an hour and a half or so. Kelly, what else you got? You gonna just hang out too a little bit?
Yeah, I'll hang out a little bit and moderate since we got so many people. Caution lap, yeah, it's the same place in Knoxville for April 8th.
Yep, Knoxville Dragway back at the track. We're gonna do it again. We got some cool stuff. I hope we can make it work. We got to finalize some details. It's the devil's in the details, as they say, right? Randy, what are you up to? You got parts and pieces for your mess?
Yes. Everything came in today, and I'm going to take it to Jason tomorrow afternoon.
Oh, nice.
Oh, are you? Okay,
and,
cool.
Yep. And we're going to let him put the header on and see where the deal can go. I got the fitting and got the cam sync, and only thing I don't have is a new throttle body from AccuFab. I talked to the guy who made the intake. He said he was making a run of those little adapters to use the Wilson manifold adapter or throttle body. And he said it would probably be a month, and they're $400.
Oh, my goodness.
And I'm like, I could probably sell my throttle body and buy a new throttle body and just bolt the damn thing on. So
right. Well,
the only thing I'm worried about is the AccuFab. The Wilson throttle body that I've got is a high flow, and it has a 3/8 shaft in it. And kind of the main reason I bought that thing, because if you have a backfire, then that shaft's going to blow right out of it if it's a quarter. And it looks like all the other ones that I've seen are small.
Right. I mean, that's a gangster throttle body. I mean, it's 5-inch. So, I mean, it's big. And going from the turbo, the turbo is a 5-inch pipe. It's got plenty of flow going into the billet intake. So anytime you shrink down the hole, I mean, yes, you can make a bunch of power, but the air has to speed up. Yeah. So if you have something shrinking down and then coming back up, then it's going to create a Venturi effect right there, essentially. So
that throttle body that I have now is a 123, and the AccuFab is a 125.
Right.
So not sure how much different that will be, but
2 millimeters probably not a ton.
Yeah. 2 millimeters ain't that big a deal.
Yeah, that is, not much at all.
Yeah.
So Randy's working on his, getting parts and pieces. So now once Jason gets done with the headers and fabbing up the front stuff, then we got to bring it back to Brian's, and we're going to snatch the motor and transmission out. Or I guess you could snatch it out down there too. I mean, you've got the ability down there, because then you and Courtney's got to paint it, right?
Yeah. I'm going to make it all beautiful. Beautified.
He got his front end. Now he does have steel fenders.
Yeah.
So, and he's still got his old steel doors.
Yep.
I don't know if the juice is worth the squeeze though, to go to try to get into all steel, all glass. Honestly,
probably not. But it'll be all painted one color, to where if we have to go that route, I can just go home and 4 bolts and 4 nuts.
right.
We can make it happen in a matter of hours.
Right.
Is there a turbo limit in all steel, all glass?
Sometimes, yes.
Sometimes. Obviously, we won't be doing that one if there is.
And we've got right now. Randy's got the Precision 118 turbo that's got the F trim, no, not the F, H trim turbine wheel. It's bigger than the G, and we don't have any problem with spooling that thing up. But Jose and them boys is always pushing the edge with their turbos, and they just released. Was that a 114 or 118? It was a 118, wasn't it?
You said 118, but I didn't even see that. So.
They made 3,000 horsepower on a big block single turbo with Jose's 118. Now, granted, I mean, we made 2550 with yours, and I mean, it didn't make but what, 35, 36 pounds of boost. So I mean, it's not.
We could have went a lot farther, but we only needed to make 25.
Right. So I mean, there's nothing wrong with yours right now. So. There definitely ain't nothing wrong with yours. So, we don't want to waste. We don't want to waste money.
For the money, you can't beat the Precision.
Yeah, I mean it is cheap. I hadn't priced Jose's stuff, but Jose is like I always compare Jose to he's like the doggone he's like in the electronics. Like every year you got to update your laptop, or something goes wrong. That's Jose's turbos. He's constantly innovating, and making it faster and faster and faster. So my car, y'all saw mine. We got wheelie control on it. That stuff it was pretty easy to set up. So go check out that Mad Racing. The thing I liked about that sensor is it's got a huge range, 80-inch range. Most of the other ones have a real narrow range. So we'll see how that works up. I think I've got that set up properly, so it'll pull timing. But the thing is, the reality is I mean, my suspension and the bias is working pretty good, so it's trying to wheelie out there. And when the front wheels are off the ground, you got 100% traction on the back. You got 100% weight back on the tire. So you want the front ends to kind of be dangling a little bit, in my opinion. But Look, there's Charles. Charles, okay, Charles, I need your help. Can we share some data? And we get weight. Charles, you can bring all your weight, put it out on the back bumper, whatever you want to. Now that is interesting though, because he did tell me. Charles told me right before when we were down there. He's like, I told him how much weight I had in it and kind of what my percentages were. And he's like, you're going to start wheeling at some point. And second pass, it went through wheels up on the finish line. So Charles and them boys, Team Denver, Gorilla Tuned. I think Jarrett and them. I think I'm on their team, but they just don't know it.
Hey, John, did you answer the comment I have up? Is Randy going LDR or all steel, all glass?
I did not answer that. We don't know where Randy's going to race next year. It's 20.
We're liable to try to do both.
It's 20. So Carolina No Time, those guys have those guys, what are they doing? Has anybody seen their rules for the year?
Yeah, they've pretty much scrapped all small block boost, and now they're just running with small block boost with big block nitrous.
Okay.
Up to a 5-inch. But there's no, it's just like Mike Hill stuff, but there's no turbo limit.
Okay, so there might be we'll probably be making quite a few of those then. I mean, because we'll be real competitive there.
Yeah, I mean, you think about it, there's nowhere else to go. I mean, who else puts on a race for that?
Right.
So from what I understand, Darlington's supposed to have several. You know, we keep hearing about this Rockingham deal, and
That's gonna be
that's gonna be nice, and hopefully that Galat will come up with some things. So it's gonna be busy.
Have it's gonna be a busy season, and
Yeah,
there's a no break race every weekend.
Yeah,
I mean, you know, so we'll I mean, once we get yours together, we'll do what we've always done.
Yeah.
You know, just alternate back and forth, my car, your car. I ain't gonna lie, man. This year we were struggling with yours. I mean, we were on the struggle bus like all year, and then we finally got it reasonably back decent fast. And
then Crash Eller took over.
Well, and then then I had issues with mine, and I mean, it was I was talking to somebody too the other day, and so my YouTube subs, so I was getting consistently about 1,000 subs a month, right? So that's really good, and it's always done that. And I just tied. I'm getting like 500 subs now, so I'm like in half, and I just tied it to what I think is the problem. The new car is the problem. That car is not as relatable. As soon as that car come out, the subs started dropping. The views are about the same, but so the old car is going to make a comeback in some form or fashion.
There you go.
I don't know. There again, I got to have time to work on it. I can't pay nobody to work on it, so I've got to have time to actually work on it, which means I ain't working on my race car that I'm racing all the time. So I don't know, man. It's going to be interesting. So I don't know. That's a little
cars.
Do what?
How are you ever going to handle 2 cars? I never see you as it is.
Sorry. I know. I see, but I mean, maybe I should. I don't know. But that's what I'm tying it to. I mean, maybe the old car is just more relatable because it's more of a hunker than this race car that I got. You know, it really is. Even though this one is a hunker too. So I don't know. Is anyway. I got kind of sidetracked there. But Randy, we got a lot of racing happening this year. 2023 is going to be full of racing. Brian has got his new heads. He got a new set of Brodix heads. They are not going to break. He had a horrible year this year too. He tried to upgrade with those trick flows, instantly wiped out the valves, and I mean Brian just had with Killdozer
he had a rough spot.
Actually our whole team was in a freaking it was interesting. Me trying to rebuild my car and then blowing the motors up, and it's been interesting. So Randy we've talked about taking Randy's to some of the NPK stuff.
Probably should in there pretty good.
It have to be back on slicks. He's down for driving on slicks. He likes slicks. He ain't got no problem with the slicks. His car is very nose heavy. So we'd have to put probably 400 pounds in the back of it, but we ain't lacking on horsepower on his car. So, we could put 400, 500 pounds in it to get the bias where we want it. And we could absolutely, still go out there and rip even at, 3,200 pounds. It would just, it would be fast.
Don, I agree with Turbo Monza. The new car is not as relatable because it's got too nice of paint on it.
That might be what it is. That might be exactly what it is.
We're working on the paint.
We're working on it. We are working on it. The back is jacked up. The front's getting jacked up. The door's getting beat up again. When I was putting the door in the trailer yesterday, I slid it down. I don't even know if it messed the paint up. Because I was over to the left too far, and so I couldn't really see. So it slid down the fender on the inside of the trailer, and I was like, "It's fine." I was like, "It'll be all right."
Ooh, Milton can build you a motor.
Milton's he's got his race car. I don't know if it's running or not though. And that's I thought about putting another small block Ford in it. LS would be obviously the cheapest thing. I was brainstorming, man, how bad would it be to pull a Courtney and go more chains of the brains and put a Coyote in it? But that would be really cool. But I don't know if I can afford to do all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It's just it would definitely be
no
it would be duct tape is the winner. You're gonna take the duct tape off of yours?
I think I've got duct tape holding a couple windshield moldings on.
That's what, man. Duct tape and zip ties. Somebody told me on one of my videos the other day. I don't remember what they said. They said something doesn't belong on a race car or something I did. I was like, dude, my whole car is held together with zip ties and duct tape. I was like, and whatever,
Wire nuts.
whatever he was talking about, it was like that was very, very minimal. I was like, you need to look at this whole car.
Yeah.
LS and a glide for the back of the track. Yeah, I mean, I just don't know that I can afford to fund 2 cars as much as we have to work on these things, man. It's hard. I mean, it is so hard. Yeah, oh yeah, that's true. We've been working through the bugs. I think we're pretty close.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I don't know. We got 9 passes on the motor. So look, my accumulator that I decided was not going to fit. I went on Summit the other day and I was doing my return label and I got to the end and I said, I think I need to put the accumulator back in the car. I need to figure out how to get it in there. So now it's still in the garage and I'm going to figure out how to get it in there.
Nice.
Hey, how's the traction control and the wheelie control going to work together with pull and timing?
That's a good question. I have no idea. I think they work. They're 2 separate advanced tables. So with them being 2 separate advanced tables, they're going to be pulling it on top of each other. So if it's spinning and the wheels are in the air, it's going to have like -5 degrees of timing. It shouldn't be wheeling with -5 degrees of timing. So Blackjack Racing, Glenn just said they are taking their small block Ford out. Wow. I wonder what that means. They're going big block. They probably putting a big Moosey motor or something in that thing.
Yeah.
Ooh, boy.
Oh, somebody asked earlier what the specs were on my motor. If you want to tell them.
Yeah, go ahead. I don't really know.
What? It's a 427 Shelby block SC2 heads from Raceflow Development. 800 and some odd lift cam in it from TKM.
It's got what is it? Callie's crank. It's got one of the
Callie's crank. What is it? 6200 GRP? Not GRP. No, it's the other guy.
BME.
No.
GRP. MGP.
No,
that's what I got.
No, it's GRP. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So anyway, what size of push rods in those things? 9/16?
Big. I think they're half inches. We got half inch. Yeah. They're like your thumb.
Yeah.
We had to do a little bit of clearancing on the block too. So Randy was not present during that process. Here's Randy. So y'all know Randy. So me and Randy are polar opposite, right? So I'm like, let's get the hammer. Randy's like, can we get the small file and do it by hand? so we are the polar opposite. But we have to. I had to because he. I mean, obviously you've seen his car. He is very concerned, and he loves to make it look like a race car. And y'all see my car. I don't care what my car looks like at all. So I've gotten better working on his. And actually, helping Randy work on his has helped me make mine take a little bit more time and slow down and make mine a little better as well. Because there have been times on mine I'm like, man, I could just do it like this right here. It's going to take me 5 minutes. And then I go, man, Randy's not going to approve of that. And I know he won't ever say anything to me.
He's conscious.
But it takes me an hour to do it instead of 5 minutes. And so, but it does. It's the right way. There's right ways and half ways to do it. And generally, I do everything the halfway on my car. But sometimes I do it like the 3/4. I've gone to the 3/4 camshaft. I'm on the 3/4 way with mine now. So, yeah, it's crazy, man. But it's fun. We're gonna have a great season. Brian's taking. I think Harper said that they're taking his motor out this weekend, and then Brian is. I think his crankshaft is like. I think it's like 7 or 8 years old now. So he's taking his crankshaft out. He's buying a new crankshaft. He's putting aluminum rods in it.
Wow.
I think his pistons are going to be good.
Nice.
And Killdozer, I mean, he went fast. I mean, he went, I think, 430s or 440s with the hydraulic stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And so, his will be a player too. But, he's just got to have everything. He's got to have the luck and have everything working together. So hopefully he has a really good season this year. I mean, it is just.
I just can't wait for all of us to go to the track and just hang out, and we're all working on our stuff. And
that's right. And
we got to take more photos of all of us together.
Yeah, because and that's one of the things that we haven't had is because we got Randy's car doing radio stuff. Brian's kind of been doing mostly radio stuff. I was the only one doing any no prep, and now I think Brian's going to hit the no prep scene some more this year. I know Shannon Young's planning on doing some no prep this year as well with the truck. So I mean, it's going to be fun, man. It's always more fun when you have a bunch more buddies, which I have gained so many friends doing the no prep stuff. It's not even funny, and everybody out there, man. I mean, even the guys that are super super fast, they pitch in. They're super nice guys, and you get a little bit of the smack talking. But the no prep world is, man, it's completely different than the radio world. I mean, it is really, you don't hear any griping about rules. You don't hear people moaning and complaining. I mean, it's do what?
What rules?
Yeah, I mean, that's it, and especially now, I mean, I was kind of mumbling and griping and complaining a little bit about, the stock firewall and floor rule in the back of the track stuff. But now that that's gone pretty much completely everywhere, you just come on 28s until somebody comes in there with a ton of freaking money. Then, I mean, I think it's going to be just fine. And then, honestly, I mean, Willie Dynamite Patches, the boys from up north, Billy with the truck and the Falcon and all the MAK guys. I mean, Sean and Adam and Nikki and all that crew, man. Most of those cars have stock firewalls and stock floors, and they will beat the brakes off of anybody that comes out there. And I mean, I would bet on them. Patches and Willie Dynamite. I mean, they are always in the finals or the semifinals, or we're almost wherever they go. I mean, that's just like it's like, God, I hope I don't draw any of them boys. But they're super fast with stock firewall, stock floors. So I mean, it's just one of those things, man. I mean, maybe the firewall on the floor don't make that big a difference.
We saw what happened with Bill Lutz last year. I mean, that was.
Oh yeah, and I'm sure, and even the guy, what's his name, Manny Bajinga. I mean, he come down there with his no prep car, and I'm sure they'll figure it out at some point how to get a little bit faster. But I mean, they weren't like running over people, and until somebody goes out there and runs over people, I mean, shit, Chicken Hawk runs out over most everybody he races. I mean. But Chicken Hawk's been having trouble too. I mean, that's the thing about the back of the track, especially. Now, front of the track, MPK, that stuff gets pretty good, which they don't have any rules for that at all. So, I mean, it's come on small tires, and I think it might say steel roof and steel quarter, but I don't know if it does or not. So, it's going to potentially get fast, which David Brinkley, he went pretty fast last year at the end of the year. And y'all remember Zabo back in the day, Zabo's car, he would go out there and kick people's teeth in. But it takes a racer that, knows what they're doing, and they put in the effort and they want to go out there and do it. I still don't know. I still love watching the old Zabo, racing. It just take off. I don't know how he run 180 mile an hour out there. I mean, but it would take off like a 140, 60 foot and then just plow it on. It's crazy. Joshua, yeah, almost everybody down here has now, they have dropped stock firewall, stock floors. The water turbine dragster. I don't know what that is. Yeah, you might be right, Glenn. The MPK might be it might be out of control, which that's super fun though. I mean, I'm a first round duck out there most of the time anyway now. But we got there and have fun. I mean, we did okay at first, but I mean, they might run out of our life. Although this new motor seems like it's a little peppy. I mean, we might be okay.
What's Brian doing with those last set of heads he had? They're trash.
They need guides, so he's going to go get guides put in them, and then he's going to sell them bare. Which they're nice. I mean, it's a nice head. The casting is nice. Adam, it depends on where you're at. Most people now, the only place that has a outside the weight rule now is Darlington. Is it Darlington? No, Rockingham. Rockingham.
Yeah.
Dig or Die is the only one that's got outside the weight rules. It cannot be outside. We're not caring. We were going to make it. There again, when we come up with the rules for our class for back in July, the stock firewall, stock floor, we were still trying to push. And then once that one got canceled, and all the classes pretty much had dropped it So we just said come on 28s. We don't care as long as it's a door car on 28s, you're fine. No all-wheel drive. I mean, that's still a hot debate too. Back at the track, all-wheel drive I think has an advantage. They got their butt spanked at Darlington this weekend, but the front of the track stuff, all-wheel drive, we don't care. I don't care. Well, I don't care either way. I mean, I've outrun all-wheel drive, and I don't know if all-wheel drive cars outrun me yet. The only ones I think we've ever raced was when we were in Ohio. We raced two trucks. No, yeah, well, I think one of the trucks did outrun me. Who cares what you got? Small tires and no wheelie bars. I'm ready for some wheelie bars. Well, I got wheelie bars now. It's called wheelie control. Okay, let's do one thing real fast too. I'm gonna show y'all one of the things that we normally do on our TikTok is people will send us like questions and I'll answer to my non-professional opinion. And so one of them, Joe from Alaska, he sent us a global file, and he just converted over to V6, and he said it's pulling timing while it's idling, and he doesn't see where it's at. So he sent me the data log also. So I normally don't do my timing like this, but I usually do it very basic. Mine looks very amateur. This one actually looks really, really good where it's got all this, but I usually do a square timing. But so like back here where it's idling, it should be about 18 degrees. But then if you look at his data log, and I looked at this a little bit earlier. If you look at his data log where it's sitting here idling, it's down at 13 degrees of timing. So he's like, well, where is it pulling timing at? Something is pulling timing right here. And then he revs it up, and then the timing comes back up. And then, and then timing's up, of course, up here. I think he's on the 2-step there. No, he's just revving a little bit. So timing's back up. So this idle timing. So one thing you can do is if you've got all this stuff set up properly, you can sometimes get in here and find. Now, I'm not a Holly expert by no means, and I'm not a tuner by any means as well. So, I mean, I try to tune our stuff and keep from blowing it up. But then I will, try to help these guys out and give them my non-professional opinion. But sometimes I can help them out. I don't know if Idle Spark is in here or not. See if you see Idle Spark. I think Idle Spark is doing it, Joe. I don't know if that's actually one that you can actually see. Can y'all see my screen? Is it big?
Yeah, it's full size.
Okay. Here's ignition timing. Do you see Idle Spark in there? I don't know if it's an option. IAC position, base timing. Let's move that base timing to right there. So we're going to go under EGTs. I didn't have a chance to look through this. Timing versus air, timing versus coolant. So a lot of times you can find in here your different things that would like be pulling timing or adding fuel. There's timing control. But I don't see Idle Spark. So let's go to the EGT one. So right here. So see, base timing is 14.5, but actual timing is 14.6. So something is pulling timing here, right? And so what I think it is if you go into the tune, so this is the overlay. If you go into this little gauge here, this idle parameters, enable Idle Spark. I don't really understand exactly what this does, but I know what it does is it tries to maintain the whatever idle speed you have programmed in here. So 700 RPM. And so if this is enabled, it's going to take the timing and go up and down. I think that's what's causing it to change, Joe. So go in there and unclick the enable on the idle in the idle parameter and see if that works. I think it's going to. It may not.
Didn't you have a problem with the track the other day where it was pulling time in and idle or down low at Thunder or 710?
No, it was just we had it. That's something I'm glad you mentioned. We got to take into account that on our launch retard timing. Is Patches still on here? How much? What kind of power we need to leave with? Patches does good down there. I need to get Jake Boswell on here too. Jake does real well also. Field table. Rodney said it helps. So Rodney, he's been on for he's been a member since the beginning, and so he's the one we went to Las Vegas and helped him with his car. He is now EFI. He reluctantly he has gone completely EFI. He had carburetor and now he's EFI, so he's getting a little bit better with his tune-up stuff. He's going to be putting it on the dyno soon, so I'm excited for him to freaking do it. John, would it be cheaper to run alcohol with Holly or Fuel Tech? I don't know. Somebody posted apparently Fuel Tech stuff is, in my opinion, Fuel Tech and Holly are probably pretty equal. You have a lot of bandwagon folks. Holly's the best, and you got the Fuel Tech. Fuel Tech's the best. The reality is, whoever your tuner is, if your tuner tells you need to go with Mega Squirt, you need to go with Mega Squirt. Whatever your tuner, whoever is going to be helping you, and the people that have the most at the track. So if you go to a track and your tuner is a Fuel Tech guy, and everybody at the track you go to all the time is Holly, then you might want to rethink it. Is your tuner going to be available all the time? Maybe you need to get a new tuner. EFI is EFI. Fuel Tech can do some cool stuff. Holly can do some cool stuff. Sure. On a pro mod, I think the world record right now has got a Fuel Tech on it, but world record has had Dominators on it too. Holly. None of us got pro mods. That's just the reality. Turbo Mazda said there's a timing offset. You put it in your timing light and have it offset, and you get it to where you want it. Yeah, that's it. The timing offset. That's what I've got to do. I got sidetracked. That's what I had to do on mine. Is take the offset and move it. We were about 1.5 degrees, 2 degrees low on timing. So there again, we made no test passes. I adjusted it, and I put the timing light on it, and it's right. But it's gonna be interesting. Yeah, unclick that box, Joe. Unclick the box that has the idle spark, and see if that makes your timing more stable. Milton said he likes Fuel Tech. I ain't never used Fuel Tech. Fuel Tech might be awesome. Holly's very user friendly. Frank said, Kelly, you need to get a skirt and back me up. At the
no, we voted that Randy is going to be your video vixen to get your subs. Frank says he needs to get a skirt.
I'm unsubscribing.
Yeah, me too. Unsubscribe. No, yeah, that's funny. If we could get we need to get somebody out there in a dinosaur suit or something. Something crazy. There's Courtney. What's up, Courtney? He must be still working in the shop.
He is.
He's been putting out freaking work, son.
Mm-hmm.
That bill at TKM must be pretty good.
Yeah,
I gotta work. I understand. TKM gets stuff done. I love Kevin's stuff. He does a good job. Let's see. But yeah, so it's going to be exciting, guys. I don't know if Patches is still in here. Patches, you still in here? You got any weight tips?
I haven't seen him post anything in a while. If he is,
he probably jumped off. Yeah, them boys. They got Team Denver flying. Them boys is fast. They are fast. Now the little truck. Did y'all see the love truck put out, Jarrett? At Darlington.
the black truck.
Yes. Them boys, they got that thing flying. That was the love truck that we were fixing to race at Rockingham. It's the one we raced and they forgot to turn the nitrous on at Rockingham the first time. They've got that thing flying. I mean, they put it on Jared pretty good. From what I can tell, I don't think Jared missed the tune-up terrible. The Patches in Detroit was a great race too. All right, guys. Well, I guess we'll hop off of here. So, Brandon, are you planning to come, or you not going to make it?
I'm not sure. I was thinking about it. Let's look and see.
It's a haul. Randy said he's coming. Milton may or may not come. Frank said he's going to be there. A buddy, another buddy from up there, John, is going to be there. It's going to be a good time. Kelly's going to be there. Chase will be there helping us film some. If we can keep his toes and hands warm. It's going to be cold. It's going to be chilly. But, hey, that's no prep racing. Our first no prep race ever was Dig or Die at 710, and it was like 20 degrees. It was like, and it was burn barrels. Everybody was huddled up. I was freezing in the car. One of the times, somebody was like, "You need to get out of the car. It's going to be a minute." I was like, "Nope, I'm good." I just stayed in the car the whole time. It was cold. But, yeah, it's going to be a great time. It's going to be fun. Frank said he's coming, so that's always fun. Frank said, Milton said he's coming. All right, cool.
He's gonna ride with us.
Yeah, that's fine.
We gotta coordinate.
Which he can just stay at our house tomorrow night. If we leave tomorrow night, then we'll leave tomorrow night, and if we leave Friday morning, he'll be here, so he won't have to drive in the morning.
Depends what time I can get home from DC.
Yeah, which you're planning to be here like 5 or 6, so ish. So if I can have everything loaded up and the motorhome hooked to everything, we should be good. Old and boosted, he's going to be there. Oh, he's not bringing the dart. Oh, excuse me. He was planning on running one of the streetcar classes. There are going to be 4 classes. So small tire, highway hero, front wheel drive, and there's another one. What's the other one? Hard tire. Highway hero, hard tire, 28x10, and import. I think, is there import? Or front wheel drive? Maybe there's not. There might be only 3 classes. Hard tire, highway hero. Okay, yeah, hard tire, 3 classes. So it's gonna be fun. I'm excited, guys. Hopefully, we're able to do pretty well. We might be a first round up. It is what it is. It doesn't matter. All right, what can you do?
So if you guys are on here, if you're not in the Turbo John Racing Facebook group, you might want to go over there and join. I usually try to post updates in there as I can. So that might be a good way to get updated. If there's any live stream links, which I think Willie's going to live stream. I don't know if anyone else is coming, but I'll get those links posted in the Turbo John Racing group for you. And I just deleted a bunch of spam posts in there. Don't fall for them. Now they're posting job fairs, like job fair posts in that group.
Job fairs.
And the spammers try to post our knockoff merch as well. So, yeah, don't fall for any of that. But
big time, you got knockoff merch.
Yeah. If you can't come, join that Turbo John Racing Facebook group. Watch John's channel. We'll post things up. And as usual, and we didn't really talk about this, although I posted it in the chats a little bit. So John has a membership for the YouTube channel. It's like through YouTube. It's only $4.99 a month. And he gets on almost on time every Wednesday.
Almost.
To talk live. Usually I'm the one will come on and I'll be the one sitting there for the next first 2-3 minutes. But we're just teasing. He's always working on the car and rushing in at the last second. But yeah, John gets on live every Wednesday, just like this, with Randy and Brandon, whoever else pops on. You can ask questions. A lot of times you can even come on to the live. We can send you a link so you can come on if you want to show something that's going on with your car. Get feedback on it, whatever. But it's a lot of fun. You guys, I'm not always on here, but you guys will have a ton of fun. So that's only $4.99 a month for 4 to 5 live streams a month. So.
Yeah, it's just bench racing. It's just hanging out with the boys, talking about race cars. It's like you're at the shop, but you're not at the shop. You're at your house. This is what it feels like to me, anyway. I don't know if that's what it feels like to Randy and Brandon and everybody else, but that's what it feels like. But yeah, and we know we got people that like Kelly was saying, they'll come on and show us in their garage and show us what they're doing to their car.
That's my favorite, when they show us their ride in their garage. And
I know
what they got
going
stuff
on.
they doing and stuff like that. I like that.
Yeah, it's fun. All right, guys. Hey, Paul, what's up, man? Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Yeah, it's gonna be cold. Everybody gonna be cold. It's gonna be cold, but hopefully we'll have a good crowd, and we're definitely gonna have some good racing. That's for sure. Weather's gonna cooperate, and I think we're gonna be in good shape, man. I think we're gonna be okay. Oh, I appreciate it, man. Thanks, Mr. Norris. But yeah, it's fun, man. We have a good time, and there's a lot of people that get up in their fields with racing stuff, and you just it's weird because there are a lot of people that get upset about everything, but we just have it do it to have fun. Win, lose, even working on the race cars is part of the process, and that's what I have a lot of people all the time when I break the car, and they're like, "Man, I don't understand how you can still work on it so much, and how you're not mad at it." I mean, we're making all this stuff do stuff that it's not supposed to do. And even when you have the highest end stuff, it's man-made stuff, and it's parts and pieces that are going to break. I mean, it's stuff that's going to break, and it just is what it is. I guess maybe part of it for me is I've always had the junkiest of the junk, and so it really didn't last long, and I knew I was going to have to replace it. I didn't never do the buy once, cry once. I always did the we're just going to keep replacing it with used stuff every time. So it is what it is.
Yeah, and Michael, if you're a member, there's a special email address. I can't say it now because we're a public, but there's a special email address just for members. So you can send videos or specs or data log files that John will look at, and that's all part of the membership as well. So,
yeah,
and I mean, it's a deal. We really should have charged more.
And what we do is basically what I just did with Joe's. When somebody sends me a data log or a question on that Wednesday, I'll open it up and look at it, and then we talk about it on the live. And if you can't watch the live, you can access the live at any time when you're a member. And they can go back too and look at all the old stuff too, can't they?
Yeah, if you join, you can go back and look at all the old lives. Although that would be hours and hours and hours of just watching it. But hey, I mean, why not?
Yeah.
Frank, it is what it is shirts. So I don't think I have them. I have a few in a couple sizes for at the track, but you can order that stuff on turbojohnracing.com. We've got a print on demand set up. So there's more colors available than what I have at the track, and you can get it printed and shipped to you on the website. So, but I will have the new Gathering Storm shirts. I'll have the new orange car shirts. I'll have the black shirt with the breakout. We call it breaking through the wall shirt, and the girl merch, of course, with the glitter. And I also have the Drag Racer's wife shirts. I made some more of those that has the just a girl who loves her drag racer. So if you're looking for a gift for the significant other, or I'll have a bunch of those.
Kelly, I don't think you're selling any tank tops this weekend.
I'm not bringing any tank tops this weekend.
Right.
But I did before I left, the night before I left for this trip, I made John drive me to where did we go? We went to what's the hardware store?
Oh, not
to get the tarps.
Oh yeah, Harbor Freight.
Yeah, I made him drive me to Harbor Freight like 7:00 at night to get tarps to wrap around the back of the tent so I could keep the heat in. Because I learned my lesson at CrossFit last year.
Yeah, Rodney, that's a good point too. On our member lives, we talk about the data, don't we? We do. I mean, we share the time slips a lot, and we go over it all. It's fun. Somebody AJ asked, decent turbo for 1300 horsepower. Any of the S400 base turbos, depending on the size of your motor. The bigger S400s they'll spool nice and make good power. The True North forced inductions. I've even seen some of the VS Racing ones get up there and make some good power. But S400 chassis. Yeah, Paul, this will be on YouTube as well. So this live will be on YouTube after we get done. But all the member stuff is on there as well. McKinley Dow, yeah, wheelie bars. None of the classes we run allow wheelie bars. Not a single one. So that's the reason we put the wheelie control on it. And you can see the wheelie control work. I mean, on cars, you'll see it especially on like a radial car. it'll start coming up, and then all of a sudden it'll drop down, but they never let off the gas. That is wheelie control, pulling timing, and taking the wheel. Holly or Fuel Tech, take the wheel. Is what that is. And I had somebody the other day say they don't believe that all the electronics, traction control, wheelie control should be allowed. I wish all that stuff was not allowed, and it was up to the tuner and the chassis guy, but they ain't nobody got rules like that. So once you start allowing it in, then pretty much you gotta have it in order to utilize it to help you. Now, all those things slow the car down. I mean, none of them make the car faster, but they help if you miss the tune-up or if something happens. Rodney, I appreciate it, man. That's really nice. It's same with you guys. It's always fun to come in and BS around, do the bench racing, and just relax, talk about drag racing. It's like the shop talk. That's what it is. It's shop talk. I have a good time. All right, guys. Brandon, let us know if you're coming. Randy, let me know how it's going to go with you. And
Everything's good.
Whenever you say you're planning on coming Friday too.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Oh, Happy's coming as well. I talked to Happy today. He said he's coming.
Nice.
He said him and Dee are coming. I think the kids are coming too. So probably Jessica and everybody from what it sounds like. So,
but if you bring in the smoker, that's the big thing.
I know, right? when Happy and Donald come to the track, they keep us fed. Yeah. They keep the doggone the pellet grills going.
Good
man. Food. It is super, super, super fun. All right, guys. Well, that's another point too, Turbo Miles. That's a great point. All of our group members, everybody contributes. We all just all walks of life, and there's some very, very, very smart people, that come and hang out and talk with us. All right, guys. Well, we're gonna jump off of here. We will see y'all next week. Stay tuned for the videos if you're not able to make it to Knoxville. Appreciate everybody jumping on.
All right. Talk to you guys soon.
Enjoy it.
Thanks, everyone.
Bye.
Bye, guys. Kelly, I'll call you in a few minutes.